to talk about a weapon movement that is a double sword, or also this can be translated into your double stick and also double lathi. This movement, as you can see on the screen, this skill, this move, this spinning is very attractive. It looks fancy. It can be used for demonstrations at TikTok, and at the same time, it's one of those very few techniques which are also effective in fighting if you understand the application. So, what we are doing over here is we are trying to explore what this movement is and how it can be used like a block and a strike or a double strike. So, to make it simple, what we will do is we will look at it one by one. So, looking at it using the right hand only, holding it in a grip like this, the first thing is you are going down like this. Now this can be seen as a strike, it can be seen as a cut, or it can also be seen as a down block. Then after that it continues behind the head and comes back to the same position. So this is a continuation, it goes down and this is one strike, and from behind the head it can also be seen as a second one. So what we are talking about is like a block like this and then an attack, a block and an attack, a block and continuing the motion with an attack. This can be a block and attack or just a double strike or slash coming in downward and upward direction. Now you might have seen this same movement used in Akhada like this, using the Mugdar, that is the Indian clubs. So this is the same movement, and this you can also see in different places such as the Lathi movement. So even in the Lathi, the same movement is done where the grip is like this in the middle of the stick, and this same movement is done. And you might be familiar with this kind of rotation, this kind of spinning. In Silambam they use this kind of spinning a lot, and this is very attractive, especially when done with a double lathi. And this is the same movement if you look at it closely, and if you just ignore the other side of the stick, it's the same thing, it's the same movement. And if you ask me how to do it with both hands, I would suggest first you try doing it with one hand and understand it in terms of a sword or like a stick, and then you can continue doing the same movement and practice it with the long staff or bow or lathi. Once you are comfortable, you can try with both hands. That is, a left goes down and right goes down, and left and right and left and right and left and right. You do not have to consciously understand what all is happening, whichever side, what is happening with my right hand, where it is going. You don't have to understand all that. Just make it a muscle memory. Just concentrate on the first part of the movement. That is, the left goes down and then the right goes down, and left and right and left and right and left and right. And once it becomes a habit or it becomes a practice, you will kind of automatically be able to do it without necessarily understanding what is happening. And one more thing, you don't try to understand all of the movement in the beginning. First, make it a practice. Once it is happening naturally, then automatically you will understand what all is happening. The details will come to you one by one. And now let us try and understand the application part of it. Now I am looking at it as a downward block that you can see in martial arts like this, a block. A block usually has to be a block like this. That is, you are trying to protect the lower part of your body. With a stick, it has to kind of combine with body movement also. You have to keep your body safe and then move. So it's not just that, you kind of have to move also. If you're looking at it like that, so this is what you can imagine. Otherwise, it can also be seen as a downward cut and then accompanied by the other side. This is the purpose of having two weapons in two hands. You don't have to reset and you don't have to wait. You don't have to cover your movement. You can just continue. That is, you're doing something with your right hand and the left is already following, and the right is following, and then left and right and left and right. So this is the movement. And as you can see, this can be seen as the block and a strike, and also it can be seen as a double strike. One toward the lower body, and then as per your need and your footwork, it can be combined with other things, and as per requirement you can continue. Now if you like what I'm wearing in this video, the Kalari Dhoti, 100% cotton, very comfortable for yoga, martial arts and all kinds of things that you want to do. The link is in description, order online. description. You have to click the link